Today we're taking a look at these MLB matches, which are happening on Thursday, June 23, 2023, and giving you our team and total picks for today. Welcome back to High Stakes. Before we dive into our video, don't forget to subscribe and to push the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. Also check out our Patreon if you want access to our premium picks. Our Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. You will find the link to our Patreon in the description and comments section below. Minnesota Twins vs Detroit Tigers. The Twins are expected to activate Kenta Maeda for the first game of this series. Maeda has been out since late April due to a right tricep strain and will officially return to Minnesota's starting rotation on Friday. He began a rehab assignment on May 30th and has given up just 3 earned runs across 8.1 frames during his 4 starts, according to Bobby Nightingale of the Minneapolis Star. The 35-year-old's 9.00 ERA is inflated by his 10-run 3-inning appearance that he endured in his last start against the Yankees before going on the shelf, but Maeda has a good chance to bolster that number as he faces one of the worst defenses in the majors. Left-hander Joey Wentz will get the starting nod for the Tigers in the opener of this 3-game series. He faced the Twins last weekend and took the loss, allowing 2 runs on 2 hits and 1 walk over 6 innings. He pitched well but was given a tough luck loss, striking out 9 in the game. Wentz had a perfect game going with 1 out in the 4th inning before walking Royce Lewis and then surrendering back-to-back singles to put the Tigers down 2-0. Those would be the only 2 runs scored in the contest, as the left-hander took another loss despite posting a season-high 9 strikeouts. The Minnesota Twins are expected to activate Kenta Maeda for their first game against the Detroit Tigers on Friday. Maeda has been out since late April due to a right tricep strain, so his pitch count will likely be limited. The Tigers have not been hitting well this season, but this is a big divisional home game, and I expect them to take advantage of Maeda's rust early on. The Tigers are 29th in ops and second to last in run production, but they have somehow managed to stay alive with a 32-41 record. The Twins have also been struggling, losing 6 of their last 8 games against American League opponents. As long as Joey Wentz can pitch effectively for 4 or 5 innings, the Tigers should be able to win this game. Joey Wentz faced the Twins last weekend and struck out 9 batters, but the Tigers lost 2-0. The Twins have the 8th most home runs in the majors, but they struggle to generate consistent offense. They are 23rd in OBP and strike out more than any other team in baseball. This opens the door for Wentz, who has a high strikeout rate, to have another strong game. As long as he can limit hard contact, he will be able to get another high strikeout performance. This is a big game for both teams, as the Tigers are trying to stay alive in the AL Central. I predict a low-scoring game, and I recommend taking the Tigers. New York Mets vs Philadelphia Phillies. Kodai Senga is expected to get the start for the Mets. He went 6.2 innings in his last game started and gave up 5 hits, 1 walk, 4 earned runs, and struck out 8 in a loss in his last start against the St. Louis Cardinals. Senga has a 6.4 record with a 3.53 ERA, 1.33 WHIP, and an 87/41 KBB ratio in 13 starts this season. Opposing batters are hitting .204 against Senga this season. New York has been average on offense this season. They are around the middle of the league in runs, RBIs, batting average, OBP, SLG, and OPS. Pete Alonso leads the team in home runs. Alonso is second in home runs in the MLB. The Mets pitching staff has been a major letdown this season. As a team, they are bottom 10 or bottom half of the league in ERA, runs allowed, home runs allowed, walks allowed, strikeouts, WHIP, and batting average against. Taijuan Walker is expected to start for the Phillies. He went 8 innings, gave up 7 hits, 0 walks, 1 earned run, and struck out 8 batters in a win in his last start against the Oakland Athletics. On the season, he has a record of 7-3 with a 4.31 ERA, 1.28 WHIP, and a 66/31 KBB ratio in 15 starts. Opposing batters are hitting .238 against Walker. Philadelphia has been average on offense this season. They are around the middle of the league in runs, home runs, RBIs, OBP, SLG, and OPS. Kyle Schwarber leads the team in home runs. The Phillies pitching staff has been decent this season. As a team, they are around the middle of the league in ERA, runs allowed, and batting average against. Kodai Senga had a dominant performance against the Phillies on May 30th, giving up only 1 hit and 0 runs in 7 innings. He also struck out 9 batters. Senga has been a bit of a wild card this season, walking 4 or more batters in 7 of his 13 starts. However, when he's on, he's one of the best pitchers in the league. Opposing batters are hitting just .204 against him this season. The Mets are due for a breakout offensively, and this is a good matchup for them. Taijuan Walker, who will be starting for the Mets, struggled against the Mets earlier this season, allowing 3 earned runs in 4 innings. With Senga on the mound, I'm taking the Mets on the money line. Senga had a dominant performance against the Phillies in his only start against them this season. However, batters tend to perform better against a pitcher after they have already faced them. This means that the Phillies are likely to have more success against Senga in their second matchup. Walker also struggled against the Mets earlier this season. He only went 4 innings and allowed 3 earned runs. This means that the Mets are likely to have success against Walker as well. Both teams have the potential to score runs, so I predict that the over will hit in this contest. Texas Rangers vs New York Yankees. Texas is in the middle of a 6-game road trip and on Friday will be giving the ball to right-hander Dane Dunning. Dunning is 6-1 with a 2.78 ERA, while in his last 5 starts, he's 2-1 with a 4.28 ERA, and against the Yankees this season, the right-hander went 3.1 innings, didn't start the game, allowing 2 runs over 3.1 innings, and struck out 1. On the road this season, he's 2-1 with a 2.43 ERA, and as a pitching staff, Texas has a team ERA of 3.79 which ranks 6th. New York currently holds the second wild card spot and are in that spot as the offense has not been there. The Yankees are slashing .230, .298, .413 which ranks 25th, 28th, and 13th in the majors, while in the month of June .195, .254, .380 and at home .228, .299, .421. Against Texas, the Yankees are slashing .192, .239, .288 and against right-handers .232, .294, .414. On Friday, the Yankees are giving the ball to right-hander Luis Severino, who's 0-2 with a 6.30 ERA this season. In his last 5 starts, he has been shelled as he's 0-2 with a 7.11 ERA, as he has gone just 25.1 innings allowing 23 runs, 20 earned on 30 hits, and has given up 8 home runs, and has walked 12 over that span. As a pitching staff, however, New York has a team ERA of 3.70, which ranks 3rd in the majors. Luis Severino has been struggling this season, and the Rangers have one of the best defenses in baseball. Severino has had trouble keeping the ball in the strike zone, and the Rangers are a patient lineup that can take advantage of walks. Dunning has been solid for the Rangers, and he should be able to limit the Yankees' offense, which has been struggling in June. The Rangers are also 22-15 on the road, so they should be able to win this game on the road. The over is a good bet for this game, as both teams have the potential to score a lot of runs. The Rangers are the best hitting team in baseball, and they have been especially good at hitting home runs on the road. They are 41-28-5 in hitting the over this season, and they are 19-17-1 on the road. The Yankees have also been a good hitting team this season, but they have been struggling at home. They are just 15-25 in hitting the over at home, but they have hit Dunning well this season. Dunning has allowed 2.8 runs per start in his last 5 starts, but he has not faced this Rangers lineup yet. This lineup is the best in baseball, and they have the potential to score a lot of runs against any pitcher. Severino has also been struggling this season, and he has allowed 4.6 runs per start. He has not faced this Rangers lineup yet, so it is possible that he could get hit hard. Overall, I think the over is a good bet for this game. Both teams have the potential to score a lot of runs, and the Rangers have the best hitting team in baseball.